Well, crap. In the morning debriefing, Darius pulls up an inventory spreadsheet on the Leopard's view screen. We're running a little low on medical supplies, med patches, trauma packs, and a few other things. It isn't critical yet, but I feel better when we're well stocked. I can agree with that. Smire frowns. Why do we keep patching our supplies in drips and drabs? Can't we get some kind of bulk discount and get ahead of this problem? Gods know we'll end up using them, and maybe the doctors can speed up our recovery times for a while. I'm not sure if I want to trust the black market to this. I mean, these are medical supplies. I don't know where those medical supplies have been. I think we'll just buy extra. Later in the week, Darius provides an update. Did some bargaining and managed to purchase a bulk lot of medical supplies. Alright. He always looks a little smug after a successful negotiation. We could make these supplies last longer at our previous consumption rate. Per your instructions, however, I've directed the staff to use the surplus to accelerate recovery times as much as possible for the next month. We get 2 medical points for the next 30 days. Sweet! That'll probably help out Glitch there.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, this is a straightforward retrieval. Locate the painter and get to the evac zone. First step, find our target in the location where we suspect is being held, and extract safely. Keep the mech carrying the artist in one piece. Best of luck. Alright, I actually really want to see what this painting is that he made, because it's apparently caused a lot of controversy. I guess the religious leaders of the area are not too fond of the painting that this individual has created.
Moving out.
Also decided to get Medusa back out here because it's been a while since he's been on a run, and need to keep that live experience going. Alright then, so we've already got some enemy peeps out there. Must be a few tanks. Nothing we can't handle.
Receiving you.
Should get over nice and smooth. I say that, and now it's going to end horribly. I really would like to get Medusa in something other than the Locust, though. It's not like it's not a very spectacular mech in any way, shape, or form. No, I didn't want to do that.
Yes,
I wanted to move Decker over here.
Acknowledged.
And see if he can finish off that tank over there. I think it was a Striker? I think a Striker's what we were messing with there, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's just another Striker. There we go. Kill it like it's nothing.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
I'm also trying to see how these idiots can do without me. It might be a little harsh to call them idiots, but I'm sticking to my guns. They act like children about coffee.
Heading out.
So I think I'll try and send Behemoth and Glitch over there, because their heavier weight might be better served in that direction.
Affirmative. Got it.
This should make it dead. There we go.
Smoked them.
That's exactly what happens when you should. That's exactly what should happen. You shoot a PPC. I'm tripping all over my words today, apparently. We're gonna take our Locust, and we're just gonna come over here and kick the crap out of this dude. And if the kicking doesn't quite kill it, we can also just machine gun it a little bit. There we go. Just to be sure. I like his enthusiasm.
Move her down.
So we're just gonna try and stand still and hopefully get this Locust. No!
Good to go.
I know how to do this. I'm gonna use my noggin. Run over here, we're gonna have Glitch take some of its evasion away. That's how you use the brain space. That's how you do's it. Just go ahead and fire everything. We have a bunch of LRM missiles. And the rest is just laser.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
I'm pretty stunned at that, actually. She has every right to sound giddy at that.
Standing by.
Okay, well, with that in mind, just go ahead and shoot the
Roger.
galleon some. Why'd you miss with that? My dude's just gonna come over here.
Engaging.
Show he's not upset about that structure. There we go. Kill any survivors. He's just ruthless.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
He's just ruthless in that little locust. If you can be ruthless with a locust. I don't know, I'm sure there's somebody out there who knows how to do that. Okay, so there is yet another spider out there.
Aye,
And
aye.
it has dared to attack us. So I think we need to go and try and return the favor on it.
Heading out.
We're just gonna run straight at it. Just headlong into danger. So Locust, that's what you do with it.
Copy that.
And you miss with just about everything. Good job, man. Good job. Oh, it's another spider. You should look at that. They'll probably never see this coming. She'll probably miss with everything, but we're gonna
No
try it
problem.
anyway.
I've got enough guns for everyone.
In this instance, yes, she does. Oh god, she almost had Decker with that. That would not have been good. I know we came here to extract somebody, but I mean, we're right here able to just kill these assholes. Why don't we just go for it? What could possibly go wrong with that plan? Yes, flee in terror. Medusa, you have been doing a pretty good job at just kicking the crap out of these guys. So you know what? You know what? Just keep doing that. Or headbutt it. I guess that works too. I honestly would have gone for the kick. Decker, why don't you try and show him how it's done? You've done this before.
Targeting for physical attack.
Come on, guys. Come on. It's in your weight class. You can do this. Alright. Let's try and do some precision shooting. We at least did something to it. Come on, melee it to death. You can do it.
Time to get physical.
Just keep smacking it with your torsos. That'll do it.
Good to go.
And I want you to do the same thing. I really just want to punch one of these spiders to death. We killed one of his jump jets.
Target's taking a critical hit.
That was a terrible idea for you, Mr. Spider. It was a terrible idea. How terrible?
Commander.
Extremely
Waiting
terrible.
on you, Commander.
Potentially this
Tell me
terrible.
what to shoot.
Oh, she missed with everything. Glitch! You were supposed to...
Hey, stand still when I'm attacking you.
He did stand still! He did stand still! It was your own fault!
Receiving you.
You even stood still there. You have nobody else to blame but yourself. Fine. Fine. Fine.
Roger that.
There. Heman had to show you how you kill a spider.
Target eliminated.
Just with a big gun and a lot of missiles. Just talk of like grabbing a boot or a paper towel or something like that. No, that's not what you use. That's never gonna do it. Well, at least you took
What's
off
up,
the
boss?
arm, Medusa.
Moving to position.
Punch it to death, Decker. Do it. Punch it to death.
Putting my weight into it.
Or kick it. There we go. That's how you do it. Man, I really would not want to be that guy in the spider there.
Taking the shot.
Alright, well, as far as I'm aware, we killed all of the bad guys. Or,
Got it.
I don't know if they're actually bad guys. The guys that were against us and fired weaponry in our general direction. They are now all currently dead. So I guess we just run off and grab this painter and this painting that I really want to see. I really want to see what this painting was that pissed so many people off.
Roger.
Yeah, I guess we just do that and we can
Moving
get the
out.
hell out of here and we get paid. Pretty easy job. Well, unfortunately, they didn't let me see the painting. It was so offensive to somebody, so raunchy, so bad. I don't even get to see the painting. I don't get to know why it was so terrible. I don't get to know why people were so against this thing existing. I feel pretty miffed. Hey, tell me a bit about yourself. What makes you... you? That's a long story, boss. Shortest version I can give you. I signed on after I served my term in the Third Succession War, fighting for the Capellan Confederation. Ah, so you're Capellan. If you want to know more, you can ask whatever you want. Otherwise, let's get back to talking shop. Well, are you actually Capellan? Bryant, in the Confederation. You may have heard of our claim to fame, the Crowy Lizard Cow? No? Well, trust me, they're delicious. I will take your word for it. Anyway, as the story goes, Bryant was a really nice place once. A tourist spot, big with hikers and fishing enthusiasts, pale blue skies, emerald green seas, and a booming agricultural business. You know, the works. I never knew it that way, though. Stefan and Maris got to it a couple centuries before I was born, and well, that was that. Yeah, I had imagined so. As the story goes, Bryant used to have these enormous orbital mirrors, storm inhibitors, they called them. Star League put them in place. When Amaris took the system in his civil war, he had his troops use them for target practice. Without those mirrors, Bryant reverted to its natural state, a miserable little ball of wind-blown dirt, actively hostile to human life. By the time I came along, the only places where people could live in relative safety were the planet's poles. Of course, you can't fit a planet's entire population to a handful of cities at its poles. There isn't enough space, no matter how far down you dig or how tall you build. A lot of people, mostly the poor, died in the early days. There's still a lot of overcrowding in Bryant's cities, even now. That's my childhood home in a nutshell. Way too many people jammed to a tiny, claustrophobic space, with nowhere to go but off-planet. I cleared out of there as fast as I could and I never looked back. Gotta admit though, I do miss the taste of Laser Cow. You know, Yang, that's kind of depressing. I kind of hope that you didn't have such a depressing childhood. I mean, I'm not trying to devalue what happened in your childhood. I'm gonna shut up now, as I'm being very weird about this entire situation. Tell me about your time in the military. Who'd you serve with? Yeah, let's just change the subject. The 2nd St. Ives Lancers, 1st Battalion, under Major Ling. We saw more action than most. The arm is a souvenir of my time in the service. I lost the original back in 3010 on St. Louis. You know, when we first arrived at St. Louis, I loved the place. It's an agricultural world, sort of a breadbasket for the neighboring systems. Green fields, rolling hills, you get the picture. We just walked out of hell on Kittery. The Fed rats drove us out in 05 with our tails between our legs, so it looked like paradise to us. I remember kicking back in the mech bay, my feet propped up on an engine block, sipping on a snifter of ambergist vermouth. Not a bad way to spend a sunny afternoon. No, doesn't sound too terrible, except for the whole Federated Suns thing. That kind of sucks. Anyway, turned out the Fed Suns weren't done with us yet. We were barely a month into our deployment when they sent the SETI Hussars to burn us out. I'm sure that there were sound strategic reasons for House Davian to want St. Louis, but it sure felt personal to me. That entire war, the entire several wars between the Capellans and the Davians have always felt like that, though. I mean, God, it's just like the two just hate each other. There's just something integral in there to just hate each other. It's weird. Long story short, one of their scouts managed to slip through our perimeter and hit my mech bay. I was tinkering around in a Centurion's custom-made rumble seat at the time. Being surrounded by all that armor is the only reason I made it out alive. Still, I didn't make it out unscathed. I lost 2 of my favorite assistants and my own right arm. I've got this ugly thing grafted onto me as a reminder. It doesn't look that bad. And yet, here I am, doing mercenary work for a living. Some people never learn, huh? Just take it with the punches. Why'd you leave the Capellans, though? After my tour of duty was up, you mean? I don't know. It was just time for a change. Besides, the place wasn't for me anymore. And in a way, it never really was. I learned a lot from my time in the service. Got a first-hand view of the elitist bullshit that saturates Capellan culture. How it reminds highborn idiots at the common people's expense. Sorry, how it rewards highborn idiots at the common people's expense. I'm not hearing you correctly. Speaking as a thoroughly common man, that didn't sit right with me. When my tour was over, I walked away and never looked back. Let's see here. Got a couple options to respond with. For what it's worth, I'm glad you walked away. You've brought my mech back from the brink more than once. One time. Very much literally so. Way more than once if memory serves. Still, I appreciate the kind words, and for what it's worth, I'm happy to be here with this crew. Going career military would have been an enormous mistake. Granted, as our current events have come, we never really get away from the aristocracy. Yeah, but you're a competent noble. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. That touches me deep, man. It gives me good feelings. And you aren't afraid to get your hands dirty. At the end of the day, that's all I really care about. I wonder how many times I watched talented engineers get passed over for promotion so some idiot with a title could advance. Too many to count. Yeah, I could probably agree with that. Smart, where did you learn to pilot the Leopard? I'm just trying to kind of be a better friend to everybody here, because I realize I'm probably a bit of a shit friend to all of you guys. The Taurian Naval Institute on New Vandenberg. Well, among other places, it's a big campus. The low-gravity training station orbiting Lompoc was my second home for a time. T&I flight training isn't usually open to civilians, but my parents had good credit back then, and they could name-drop Protector Calderon. That'll get you pretty far, Concordat. For a while, anyway. Why did we not get some of the... Oh, wait, you said they had good credit back then. That's why we can't bum off of their credit. Well, we don't need to now. We're sitting pretty now. The other cadets in my class weren't especially happy sharing air with a civvy, but they couldn't say much. I was nobility, and they weren't. Just talking with Yang about all this. Everyone sort of kept me at arm's length, so I had plenty of time to concentrate on my studies. I got my certification in both dropship and jumpship operations in 4 years. I even tried working on a commercial jump crew for a while, once upon a time. People were fun, but it wasn't for me. The ratio of flying to violent jump sickness skewed hard in the wrong direction. Oh yeah, that probably would suck. What can you tell me about House Meyer? You're looking at it. My parents are both gone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Blood cancer and heart disease, respectively. Both treatable, but they were out of money at that point, so into the ground they went. Ditto my brother David, who ran off to serve in the Third Succession War and never came back. Galaxy was at war for nearly 200 years, Commander. People died. I don't need to apologize for it, but it's being nice. And truthfully, I was never really all that close to any of them. Still, it's being nice. David was 13 years older than me and had a foot out the door before I turned 3. And my parents, well, they raised me by proxy, in the traditional noble fashion. There was no real bond there, even when I was young. None of this is to say that my folks were bad people. They weren't. They were just doing what they knew. Their upbringings had been outsourced, just like mine was. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about my family. They're gone, I'm here, the end. So, got another question? Should we get back to our duties? Yeah, you said you're from Rosselhag. I'm sure both of those are wrong. It was a long time ago, but yeah, as my parents told it, we were landowners on Pomme de Terre. It's an agricultural world, some sort of the breadbasket of the Draconis Combine. And yes, I know that Pomme de Terre means potato. My ancestors came from the planet Potato. It took some time for me to accept that, but hey, here we are. You know, I did not know that Pomme de Terre means potato until you told me. I have a feeling I'm probably going to be irresponsible with this information, at least a little bit. Anyway, moving on, House Meyer's holdings were meager, but the value of that land was astronomical. For minor nobility, we were really very wealthy. And then the Third Succession War broke out, and the political rhetoric got ugly. House Meyer didn't want a single part of what was happening, so my ancestors emptied their accounts and ran. And took their potatoes with them, right? Yeah, that was a bad joke. As a rule, House Kurita takes a really dim view of nobles who cut and run. Words like traitor and defector start getting thrown around. In the Combine, you really don't want to be on the receiving end of allegations like that. I wouldn't be standing here today if House Calderon hadn't granted my ancestors asylum in the Concordat. In all likelihood, House Meyer would have been wiped out before I was even born. But they weren't, and now you're here, and I'm glad you're here, because you're damn good at your job. Darius, I feel like we were talking a little bit, and didn't really finish up. Before any of this started, you worked with the Arano Royal Guard. Why don't you tell me about it? Let me know everybody better. I've already talked to Yang and Sumair over there. She knows she's from the planet Potato. I did not know she was from the planet Potato. It was more than just a deployment. It was a full campaign. My Lord Tamati gave us the job back in 19. We were supposed to be assisting the Royal Guard to round up and eliminate a pirate clan on Fjolder. Commander Markham thought it'd be easy money. Turned out to be anything but. We lost a dozen mech warriors in the 3 months on the Faldir campaign. Had to hose them out of their cockpits. Would have been more if it wasn't for Sir Raju. He saved our people's asses on more than one occasion. Went out of his way to do it. And the thing is, he didn't have to do it. We weren't under his protection. We were the hired help. A lot of people in Massif's position would have used us as cannon fodder. But that wasn't his way. He treated us as if we were his own. He was a good man, Gustav. As good as they come. Yeah, that sounds like him to not do that whole strategy with the mercenaries. I get a feeling like that's gonna come up and be super relevant down the road. I'm sure we'll be dead before it means anything. Darius, just tell me a bit about you now. What makes you you? I grew up on Nassau Heights. It's one of the HAB stations orbiting Artru. 30 decks of economic stratification with the corporate suits on the upper decks and everyone else crammed into the lower ones. My old man was a dockhand. Lived on deck 28. 2 levels up from the bottom, with the other station maintenance personnel. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, my dad would load and unload cargo shuttles. Vacuum-sealed quiller and nutrient paste for people like us, and luxury goods for the suits upstairs. The old man must have unloaded 1,000 cases of Caecilian eel roe plump, succulent eggs the size of melon balls. Never got to taste any, though. Any one of those tins would have cost me half a year's wages. You know what? We should find some. We should find some and see how it tastes. This is going to be a personal mission of mine now. You're just going to have to live with that. Anyway, Gustav, I didn't want to saddle you with my life story. Suffice it to say that I got an eyeful of what I didn't want to be on Nassau Heights, and I did what I had to change my circumstances. And by the age 16, I struck it on my own. I left that station in a handful of skills, an enormous web of contacts, and a rucksack full of that expensive caviar. And once I made it off in Nassau Heights, I never, ever looked back. This seems to be a reoccurring theme with everybody on here. They all left and never looked back. Nobody ever even looked back and like, did I remember to grab everything? I know it's semantics, but level with me here, man. Okay, and holy God, because I still want to do a little bit more preparing before we take on Kamiya's mission here. But holy God, America is offering a shit ton of money for this. I mean a metric shit ton of money here. And all we have to do is escort somebody that the local populace on Detroit don't like. I think we'll be able to do it. I think that's something that can be done. We're going to have to bring our A games, but I think we can do it.
Command interface initiated.
We have friendly units under fire. Move to their position, provide support. Get them to safety, keep them tacked, get them out when it's done.
Let's get to fighting.
Yes, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. I'm glad that we are already on the same page.
Enemy detected.
Oh wow, we have already found somebody. That did not take long at all. Alright then.
Aye, aye.
So we need to really bring our A game here. Bring in the A team. Left Medusa back on the ship.
On my way.
I don't think we're quite ready to have him come out on
Location confirmed.
like a high profile mission yet. But he's gonna get there. Well, we're about to do it. Really, I would like to give him something a bit heftier than a locust, though. That would help me feel more confident about bringing him out. And there is a panther. Oh, good. It's a poorly maintained panther. You missed. You missed.
Ready for orders.
You suck at this mech combat thing. Alright, so they're at least getting
Orders.
drawn over to us. I like that. It's a good plan. We have this nice force that we can just chill out in. That we have a really good position, honestly. I want to
Firing a
make
full
full use of that. God damn, we already took out his SRM-4.
Scored a critical hit.
There is one really nice thing about the snow here, and it's that I can go full ham with Glitch's
Time to
PPC.
die.
Because chances of her overheating with that thing are
Yeah, critical
not
hit.
high. Dude, this dude is about to fall over. God, we just showed up and we are already wiping the floor with these assholes. I like where this is going. I can't see how this would possibly go wrong and bite us in the ass. Just get up there and step on him. You know, you really don't have to sound like you're taking a shit when you're stepping on these guys.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
He's got ammo in that right torso. Behemoth, you just try and hit everything in that right torso and see if you can get some ammo.
Here we go.
We didn't quite finish off the fire starter like I really hoped we would have. But I think I can at least put him in an awkward position.
Jumping. Let's see how you like
Just
this.
get behind him and shoot some lasers in his ass. Nice! That was a damn good shot.
Yes, Commander. Firing full complement on him. Think I hit something good.
Well, surprisingly, the fire starter is actually not dead. As a shocking development, actually.
Engaging target.
Well, fire starter's dead.
Destroyed.
I leap! I soar!
God, I swear some days Glitch is having way too much fun.
Tell me what to shoot!
Well, that's everybody dead there.
I feel bad about shooting the little guys.
Why? Why would you feel bad about that? So now we just go over and tell the VIPs it's safe to move.
Roger that.
Alright, so the convoy's gonna stick close to us. As they immediately drive off ahead. God damn it, guys. Well, I did a quick survey of the terrain, and this area that the APCs are about to drive straight through looks exactly like an ambush spot. I mean, if I was the other guys that are fighting, this is exactly where I would show up to fight these APCs. So I have a feeling the day's about to suck for us.
Standing by.
Okay, I'm starting to get really concerned because I still haven't seen these assholes yet.
Acknowledged.
I really don't like the feel of this. It doesn't feel right.
Got it!
It feels way too easy.
Package is underway.
Okay, now they're showing up. Alright, they kind of waited to spring their trap, but... Alright, I'm not gonna argue against it. It helps us.
Lifting off.
We're gonna go ahead and just immediately open fire on these guys as fast as we can. Little commando. Shoot some lasers at it. But not do as good there, Decker. Let's go ahead and see what the other mech that they're throwing at us is.
Lock on target.
Is that another panther? Yeah, it's another panther.
Good to go.
Alright. And we're gonna go ahead and get you up here.
Position confirmed.
So you can just get to a really annoying spot, just lay the hurt on them. Like I know you can. Way to miss with that cannon. Really make a liar out of me.
Good job. Objective secured.
Alright, well the APCs are out. So now we just have to leave. Or kill all these guys. I'll take our group vote real quick, see what we're gonna do. The group has spoken, they're ready to just make everything dead. Does that commando have a large laser in its arm?
Barely hit, Commander.
I'm pretty sure that commando has a large laser in its arm. I don't much like that. Well, I don't like that he has it.
Receiving you.
I would very much like to take it off of him. Relieve him of the burden of that large
On my
laser,
way.
if you will. So let's try and facilitate that. Wow! Wow. There was a minimum range on that.
Engaging target.
I don't like this fighting up the high ground business. At least we took away that large laser it had.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
There you go. That was a fitting line for that.
Commander.
I gotta be honest, guys. I think Glitch is my favorite. She makes me laugh.
Moving out.
Just go ahead and
Putting
step
my
on that
weight
tank.
into it.
There you go. That's how you get rid of a tank.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Alright.
Enemy down.
Managed to sink those SRMs right over that ridge and into the gut of that commando. Oh my god, they hit the spider.
Internal structure damage.
All weapons committed.
At least they got revenge
Enemy unit
for the
destroyed.
minor structure damage they did to the spider. You really need to keep your PPCs
Good
to,
to go.
yourself, good sir. No one else wants them. Okay, let's start things off by punching.
Affirmative.
That's what I want to see. 85% to hit. You know what? Let's go ahead and do a precision shot. That left torso looks weak.
Affirmative.
Good. He's already unsteady. Let's just get in there and just keep unleashing hell on this asshole. We're so close to just killing all of the opposition. May as well just go for it, right?
All weapons committed.
Just gonna jump over the geothermal and you're gonna try and go up in his ass. I was really hoping that you would prove me wrong and still hit with that. At least he got the head. That is one injured pilot right there.
Commander.
Just keep punching it.
Targeting for
I want to knock him
physical
down.
attack.
We didn't knock him down, guys. He didn't do nothing, though.
Waiting for orders.
God, that's gonna be such a horrible idea for you, good sir.
Don't need to tell me twice. This is gonna be good.
Nice. Do a nice little headbutt and a little laser, just 'cause why not?
Did you see that? Did you see it?
All right, now we're out of here. See, that was easy. Good payout for nothing.
Mission